Hello, I'm Pandora Brown, your Family Advocacy Program Manager at the Detroit Arsenal.
Yes, you are. And I'm Kim Tizer, the Family Advocacy Program Assistant. And once again, you can tell we are coming to you from our homes. Pandora is in her living room. I am in our unfinished basement. And I just have to give some kudos to my husband, who's also working from home and typically would be in the basement, but I kicked him out so we could do this video. So anyway, we're glad to be here with you.
Yes, we are. By this point, if you're working from home, you may be feeling as your world is becoming increasingly small, existing between four walls.
That's right. And even if you're not teleworking like we are, it's possible that you have a spouse who is working from home, or you have children who are at home doing their schoolwork. And that can add some atypical stressors to your life, to your routine.
That's right, Kim. Or when the weekend rolls around and we're all under one roof for an extended period of time. Sadly, there was a recent USA Today article that mentioned hundreds of thousands of US children could face a heightened risk of abuse and neglect as the COVID-related school closures keep them at home and away from the nation's group of hotline tipsters, educators.
That's right. I saw that article, and it did mention that teachers, administrators, school counselors, and other educational professionals report 1 in every 5 child mistreatment claims in the nation, and that's according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Yes, Kim, and I know that oh so well because I served actually as a child protective services worker in 3 different counties in Southeast Michigan. We have to bear in mind that kids in otherwise functional families could face neglect as parents unaccustomed to providing round-the-clock care and stressed by the collapsing economy are pushed to the edge. And as this is such an excellent time to discuss this, because this is Child Abuse Prevention Month. April is deemed as Child Abuse Prevention Month. And so please reach out to your neighbors and your friends in your neighborhood to make sure that they're doing fine.
Yeah, good thing. So the question we have on our minds then is, what do we do to minimize stress?
Well, Kim, let's go to it by first sharing some advice from Charissa Isaac of Renewal Christian Counseling. First, you want to avoid excessive exposure to the news media. Limit your news coverage and social media to 1 or 2 hours a day, and be intentional about the sources. She reminds us that a lot of misinformation and steady diet of the media is stressful. You want to be informed, but you want to be smart. In the beginning, just like most of you, I was glued to the TV. I mean, after all, this is something that we've never experienced. But I had to take a step back myself, and I've decided to only watch television once a day. After all, I do have my cell phones like a lot of us do, and I'm constantly getting different alerts on my cell phone. So for me, that's enough for me. Secondly, connect with social supports daily through calls, text, and video chats. Keep the conversations varied while checking on important people. People will likely be a part of the conversation of only one topic. Ask about what they are doing. Have they been out for a walk? Have they opened up the window to hear the birds in the last few days? I've talked to some people who said that they've been in the house for literally a week and haven't left out. She also stresses we should create a schedule for our day. That is not binge watching an entire series of Tiger King. Kim and I aren't sure what Tiger King is, but whatever favorite show that you like to binge watch is what we're saying. We don't want our schedule to be filled with that all day. I remember at one point I used to love watching court TV, and I've kind of gotten away from TV, period, in a way. I haven't watched it that much during this time. But whatever it is, you want to make sure you have a schedule. This should include a lot of your daily living activities that you would normally engage in, such as housekeeping, personal hygiene, and regular healthy meals. Warmer days and fair weather can include socially distanced outdoor activities like playing in the yard or going for a walk.
And I just got to say, I got to check out Tiger King. I'm just so curious. I don't know what that is. Uh, but Teresa also recommends that we talk to our kids about what is going on. They're certainly aware that there is stress in the world. Make sure the information, she says, is accurate and not based on fear. Also help them know what your family is doing to stay safe and how they can be a part of it. Listen to their concerns. They're legitimate. If it is too big for you to handle, you're feeling overwhelmed, then do reach out for help. And this is all good advice. Again, that was from Teresa Isaacs of Renewal Christian Counseling. They happen to have several offices. I think the closest one is in Mount Clemens, Michigan. And Teresa, by the way, did a wonderful job for us. She came out to Detroit Arsenal, I think that was toward the end of February, Pandora?
Yes, it was. Yes.
To give a workshop entitled Fair Fighting to help increase better communication among couples. And she just did a great job, and we thank her for sharing these tips with us today.
Yes, she did, Kim. Thank you. Another place that you'll find some solid advice on how to keep your calm during this challenging time is to visit the website militaryOneSource.com. I know that you've heard this almost every time that we've started videotaping, but we cannot express the value in militaryOneSource.com. We've mentioned the site in previous videos, and they have links entitled How to Keep Family Stress Away While Everyone is Home. That suggests doing something, actually that suggestion was what Charissa mentioned as well. Another tip they offer is to incorporate some relaxation techniques. They have something called the chill drill. I like that, Kim, the chill drill. They have, that would literally lower your stress and hormone levels. In order to do it, you must listen to the brief audio. It's extremely soothing, and it was created for soldiers suffering from PTSD symptoms from coming back from deployments. You can find it when you visit How to Keep Family Stress Away, again, at militaryonesource.com. The information they provided also reminds us to lead by example. You are watching how to handle the quarantine, and your children will pick up on that stress. Do your best to model healthy ways to handle stress by using coping skills when you feel stress building up. I often like to say that besides the COVID-19, sometimes I would have to take a mommy time out. You know, so you have to allow them, you're all in the house, and it's going to get frustrating at times. The reality is we have to just admit that we want our own space. Some people may be living in a smaller space. You have to find and even change your house around. There may be some things that you need to do different in your house. At some schools, they actually give kids a safe place. It's a corner in the classroom where the kid can actually go if they feel like they're overwhelmed or stressed. And we have to create that space in our own home.
That is some good advice, Pandora. As always, we appreciate your feedback. We appreciate you watching. So be sure to email us with your feedback. Our email address is pandoraandkim@gmail.com. You can also leave a comment in the comment section of the video. And next week, we're going to dive into goal setting. And, you know, I really see setting goals as something that can help minimize stress, because I think it's really good when we dream achievable dreams and we put some action behind them. You know, we really start working toward them. So I really look forward to us talking about that.
That's right. That's a very exciting time. I mean, if nothing else, we all have a lot of time to think during this period, a lot of quiet time, things that we always desired that we wanted to do. I read a book one time called The Child Within. And actually, when you were in elementary school, there are things that you said you would do. We often were asked the question when we were in elementary school, what do you want to do when you grow up? And some of us have that desire in us and things. Maybe it is to become a chef. Maybe it is to go back to school. Maybe it is to start sewing. And so you can start doing those things because your gift is to be shared with others. Kim and I are going to, as things progress, we've talked about our dreams and the things that we want to achieve. And so we're going to share that with you in future videos, but we want you to just take time out and just take time out for yourself. It's okay. It's a time to just relax and reflect on taking time out for you. We want to thank you for watching. We'll leave you with a video of Kim getting out with a couple of her kids to de-stress and get some exercise. Remember, we're in this together and we're better together. See you next time.
All right. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, it's a little overcast today, a little windy, but you know, any opportunity you have to get outside and get a little exercise and some fresh air is a good thing. My kids are here too, and thankfully we've beat the rain that is supposed to be coming. I guess I better continue walking. See ya!